Most anime protect their characters. They put them through hell, sure, but at the end of the tunnel there is always a light, a victory, a reason it was worth it. These anime did not do that. These creators looked at their characters the audience loved, rooted for, cried over, and systematically, deliberately, took everything from them, not because the story demanded it, because they wanted to show you something about yourself. Today we are covering 4 anime that destroyed their own protagonists on purpose. And once you understand why, you will never watch them the same way again. There is a concept in psychology called proxy suffering. When fiction puts a character through extreme pain, the audience experiences a controlled version of that pain, safe enough to process, real enough to leave a mark. The greatest writers in anime history understood this. They did not break their characters randomly. They broke them surgically, targeting specific emotions they wanted the audience to feel, confront, and carry out of the story with them. 4 anime, 4 different types of deliberate destruction. Let's go. Anime 1, Berserk. Berserk spends an entire arc, the Golden Age, making you fall in love with Guts' life. For the first time, he has a purpose, a family, a dream he did not choose alone. Griffith, Casca, the Band of the Hawk. Everything a person who grew up with nothing could ever want. Kentaro Miura built all of that deliberately, because he needed you to love it before he destroyed it. The eclipse is not just the most disturbing scene in anime history. It is the most calculated act of narrative destruction ever committed. Miura did not put Guts through the eclipse to be dark or shocking. He did it to answer one question: what does a human being become when everything they ever loved is taken in the single worst way imaginable? Every single thing Guts does after the eclipse, the Black Swordsman arc, the rage, the inability to stop moving is not strength. It is a man who cannot afford to stop, because stopping means feeling everything. Miura destroyed Guts to show us what survival without healing actually looks like. Not inspiring, not triumphant, just a person, still moving, barely. Anime 2, Neon Genesis Evangelion. The illusion of the hero when Evangelion started it looked like every other mecha anime. Young boy, giant robot, save the world. Anno gave you that setup deliberately, because he needed you to expect a hero. Shinji Ikari is not a failed hero, he is an honest one. Anno has said publicly that Shinji was built as a self-portrait, his own depression, avoidance, and inability to connect projected onto a fictional teenage boy and forced to pilot humanity's last hope. The genius of Evangelion is that it punishes the audience for wanting Shinji to be something he is not. Every time you scream, just fight, just try, just do something, Anno is showing you something uncomfortable about the way we treat real people who struggle. We dress depression up as cowardice. We dress anxiety up as weakness. We tell real people to just get in the robot and then wonder why they collapse. The final episodes, controversial, surreal, borderline unwatchable for some, are Anno's complete nervous breakdown on screen. The budget ran out, his depression took over. And instead of hiding it, he put it in the show. Shinji was destroyed so you would stop romanticizing the idea that broken people just need the right motivation. Some people need actual help. Anime 3, Vinland Saga. The purpose of Revenge Vinland Saga Season 1 sells you a revenge story. Thorfinn watches his father, the greatest warrior he has ever known, get murdered. He spends years fighting, surviving, growing stronger. All of it building toward the moment he kills Askeladd. Classic setup. The audience is completely invested. And then the revenge happens, and Thorfinn feels absolutely nothing. This is where Yukimura did something almost no other writer has the courage to do. He showed the audience that the thing keeping Thorfinn alive was not strength or love or purpose. It was hatred. And the moment the hatred was gone, there was nothing underneath it. Season 2 does not give Thorfinn a new enemy. It gives him something infinitely harder, an empty life with no direction, no identity, and no reason to exist that he can name. Real recovery from trauma does not look like a hero rising again. It looks like a man lying on a farm, unable to explain to himself why he should get up. Yukimura destroyed Thorfinn's revenge arc to show us what happens when we build our entire identity around pain. When the pain ends, we have to figure out who we actually are. Most people never do. Anime 4, Puella Magi Madoka, Magica. Madoka Magica opens like every magical girl anime you have ever seen. Bright colors, cute characters, a mysterious creature offering a wish and a purpose to a kind-hearted girl. Gen Urobuchi, the writer, has said he intentionally designed the first 2 episodes to look exactly like a standard magical girl show. He wanted to earn the audience's trust completely before pulling it away. Episode 3. The character the audience had decided was the mentor, the safe, experienced one who would guide everyone through dies, suddenly, completely, with no dramatic speech, no final words, no meaningful goodbye, just gone. Urobuchi was not being cruel, he was making a point. In the real world, people who feel safe get hurt too. Experience does not protect you. Goodness does not protect you. The universe does not grade on effort. Every character in Madoka Magica is systematically broken in a different way. Sayaka through idealism, Homura through love, Madoka through the impossible weight of being the only one who can fix everything. Urobuchi destroyed all of them to answer one question: if doing the right thing costs you everything, is it still worth doing? Madoka's answer is yes, but Urobuchi made sure you understood exactly what yes cost before you agreed with her. 4 anime, 4 creators, 4 completely different types of destruction. Mayura destroyed hope to show what survival without healing looks like. Ano destroyed the hero to show what depression actually feels like. Yukamura destroyed revenge to show what emptiness feels like after the anger is gone. Urobuchi destroyed innocence to show what hope actually costs. The reason these anime stay with you long after you finish them, the reason you cannot fully explain why they affected you so much, is because they did not just tell you a story. They used the story to make you feel something true. Something you already knew but had never let yourself sit with. That is not entertainment. That is the most honest thing fiction can do. Which of these 4 hit you the hardest?